From Bakersfield College Memorial Stadium, Oilers TV on location as the Bakersfield Condors get set for the Outdoor Classic Saturday night. But before that game, it's the Alumni Celebrity Game, and one of the alumni/celebrity is head coach of the Bakersfield Condors, Gerry Fleming. Gerry, good to see you again. It's always fun to catch up. This is the third time you and I get to sit down and chat. How have you been?
Been good. Things are going along well. We've had some ups and downs this season, but the guys have stuck together and have played hard every game. So, that's what you're looking for as a coach. The guys go out and they compete.
How special is it to be a part of these games? I know we've seen a lot of them over the years, but is it still cool? Is the wow factor still there, especially when you're hosting one?
Always. Playing outdoors is a special treat, really. It breaks the monotony of the season down a little bit. But at the end of the day, when the puck drops, it's about the 2 points and about going out and doing your best to compete and to get the win.
When you guys played Stockton last year in Sacramento, what'd you learn? Do you learn anything from these games as a coach? Do you change the way you prepare for these games? How did you go about that, and what'd you pick up from that one that might help you in this one?
Well, the only thing that really was the weather.
It's
just you don't know about the weather. So I think keeping guys ready, getting their mind off distractions and what could be or not be, just come ready to play. I think that's the only thing that you can really do. As far as strategy goes, no, it's the same dimensions, same ice surface for both teams, so your strategies don't change much.
All right, Gerry, 11, 12, 4-1 at this point in the season. How would you describe the way things have gone thus far for the Condors?
They've gone pretty well. Obviously, our record, we'd like to have a better record, but for the most part, we've got a young team. We've got a lot of guys, first, second-year guys, so they're learning the ropes, and that's what the American Hockey League's for development. And these guys have progressed nicely in their game, so hopefully that'll translate into some more wins here.
Guy with the forward with the side of the pucks on this side of the red line, you're going to skate to the middle. You're going to attack this D-man with the puck. When you get about 4 or 5 feet from him, you're going to move him the puck. The other forward, all right, you're going to get open for that D-man. You're going to communicate to him. You're going to get open for him. That's the right idea, Griff. Get open. Set it up. Here we go, right away. Yep. Right on him, Hammer. Right on him, Hammer. That a boy.
How tricky as a coach is it because you want to win. W's are always the key, but at the same time, the AHL is a development league. How tricky is it to find that balance between still winning games and developing these young guys to be ready for the next step, which is the NHL?
Well, I think teaching winning is a part of developing, and you want to develop winners, and there's a certain criteria or formula that you have to follow in order to win, and guys are starting to learn that, and preparing like a pro every day. Your diet, your nutrition, your rest, everything, all those become involved in factors in the way you approach the game, and I think between developing and winning, to me, they're the same. Yeah. Obviously, you don't want to develop guys that are just ho-hum. We want to develop guys that know how to win and want to win.
Have you changed as a coach? I know I know you were a head coach before you took over for Todd Nelson in mid-December of 2014. Do you find that you've grown a little bit as well, or you've learned new tricks to the trade? How have you seen your development yourself?
Definitely, constantly evolving. I don't think that when you stop learning or you stop trying to make yourself better or your team better, then it's time to get out of the business. You're always trying to find new ways to motivate, new ways to teach. So you're always open to new ideas and new methods of doing things. So you're constantly evolving. I don't think just as a coach, but as you go through life, you're constantly evolving.
Get it there, Brexy. Get it there. Ray, got it. Right in his grill, Buck. Right in his grill. Here, you'll attack that D-man 2-on-1, and then we're going the other way with the same guy. We got it here? Let's go, boys. You got it, Hammer?
I got it, sure.
Gerry, how about guys on the ice? Oiler fans always want to know. They want to know all about the organization through and through, and it's not so easy to find out what the AHL team's doing. But, there are ways. In your mind, this is one opportunity to kind of get a sense of things. Who are guys that are starting to show that they're rising stars in this organization and starting to bud their way up to maybe pushing for a spot? What have you seen in terms of development thus far?
One guy that comes to mind is Jujhar Khaira. He's played outstanding. He's been a go-to guy for us. We use him in all situations and all periods of the game. And here's a guy that you could just see his development getting better and better and better. And the reason is because he works so hard at it. There's no other formula than other hard work and dedication and devotion into your craft. And that's one area that JJ, he stays on late after practice. He's the first guy on. He does things that he needs to improve in his game. He works on those things constantly and daily. So, that's one guy. Griffin. Griff's been good this year. He's come with the right attitude.
A lot of interest in him.
Yeah, definitely. He was a highly sought after junior player, a high draft pick. But Griff's, he's a young guy, and people don't understand that. Just because you were drafted wherever you were drafted doesn't mean you're NHL ready right away. There's things in his game that he had to get better on, and he came down here and he's trying to get better on them. But he's been a pleasant surprise for us. He's come in when we talk about passion and energy and commitment, and he's shown all those things. So here's another guy that you're just starting to see him evolve into the player that he wants to be.
Okay, we hit on a forward. We hit on the D a little bit. We have to talk about the goaltending. Laurent Brossoit saw some time in Edmonton last year and the year before. Nick Ellis has come in, a college draftee. Just what have you seen from your goaltending thus far?
LB's had ups and downs this season, I think. He'll be the first to admit that. But, again, he's a young guy, and it takes a long time to learn the position as a goaltender. But we're going to stick with LB. He struggled here as of late a little bit, but prior to that, he was on a roll. So, I think every goaltender at some point in their career or some point through the season has a little bit of a lull. And the important thing is LB understands that, and he's working on the things that he needs to work on, and we're going to stick with him. We're going to encourage him. We're going to, give him every opportunity to be the goalie that we know he can be. Nick Ellis has come in with a great attitude, a strong work ethic, and has really performed well in the games that he has played.
Finally, I just want to ask you really quickly, the mindset of the team going into the last half of the season, trying to make a push for that playoff spot. How do you prepare these guys? What are you, Tony and JF, doing to try to give them a bump and try to get more wins in terms of...
I think when we were on a roll there for a little bit, we were focusing on the details of our game, details of our practice, and we kind of slipped away from that a little bit. So I think that's been the emphasis. It's just, focusing on the process every day, doing the things that we have to do in order to make ourselves better as individuals and better as a team. So the focus has been on the details of our play and the details of our practice.
Gerry, thank you for doing this. Good luck in the Celebrity
pleasure,
Game, and good luck in the Outdoor Classic.
Thanks. Happy New Year, Tom.
Happy New Year.